All right, so there's guys out there who, when they like a girl, they will pretend, oh, they just want to be friends, bro. They never are honest, and they never make their intention known as to the fact that they really want either a casual relationship, serious relationship, whatever it may be, right? And then after they've been friends with this girl for a while, they'll finally like send a long text message or something like, "Oh, I like you so much," whatever. And when they inevitably get rejected, they'll cry, and they'll completely ruin their day or even weeks, right? And these guys don't get anywhere. Whereas there's other guys out there who are confident and honest about their intentions from the start, and these guys have a great dating life. I'm going to talk about the difference here specifically. I'll talk about how to get out of the friend zone in 5 easy steps. And realistically, you don't need five, right? Everything I'm about to share can literally be summed down to one thing. And I'm going to go ahead and share that. I really do hope this will provide a lot of value. I've struggled with the friend zone a whole lot, and I'll share those stories as well, right? Without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly I was sitting in my room, right? This is like way back in the day, like high school days. I was sitting in my room. I have my phone, and I had like a slide phone back in the day. So if you remember those, it was sliding, and then I was texting on it. So I was talking to this girl, right? And I'd pretended I just wanted to be friends with her, and we'd been talking for like months now. And I sent like this long text message. Oh, I actually like you so much, and but like long text message, and I sent it, right? And then I did that classic thing where you send a risky text and you throw your phone to the other side of the room. And then I remember sitting, I go to the other room, my sister is there, and I remember sitting there and I'm just talking to her, and I hear that I got a text, right? So I go, I check my phone, and of course I got rejected. Something along the lines of, "I like you so much, but I'd rather be friends," etc., etc. Right? Anyway, so I go back to my sister's room and we're just talking, and I don't want her to know what just happened, and tears just start streaming down my face. Right? I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken because I did really like this person, right? But it is ultimately it was my fault because I didn't make my intentions known, right? And this leads me to the first point: be honest, right? Be honest and upfront with your intention. You don't need to hide the fact that you're attracted to someone, right? And for a long time, because I come from a religious background, and that definitely played a part where I come from like a really conservative religious background where technically I'm not even supposed to be dating, etc. So just showing my interest in a girl was just something. Yeah, there was resistance against that, right? But another big part was how scared I was of rejection, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the first point that I really want to drive home: there's no reason to hide your intention whatsoever. There's nothing to be ashamed about and being attracted to another person. Like, it's literally one of the most human things, one of the most human instincts, for lack of a better word, that you can have. Now, part of the issue here is these people will tell you, "Oh, you gotta be friends first, bro. It's creepy for you to show your intention, bro. You're gonna look like a creep, bro." Like, no, take that thought, throw it out the window. We don't listen to those people. Again, these people put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. You don't want to build a foundation of any sort of relationship on lies and deceit, right? I would argue it's creepier to pretend, "Oh, I just want to be friends," and mislead the other person. And then 3 months later or a few months later, drop the bomb on them. "Oh, actually, I wanted to be more than friends all along." So here's this person who thought they were getting a friend when in actuality they were getting this contract that they weren't even aware of, where this person would only be their friend and spend time with them if they would commit to a relationship, again, whether casual or serious, right? Because what happens 99.9% of the time after you get rejected, after you get friend zoned? The relationship falls apart. So it was never about friendship in the first place, was it? Right? And that's the point I'm making. Don't fall into this, "Oh, it's creepy to show your intention." There's nothing creepy. Obviously, be respectful. Don't be creepy. Just be respectful. "Hey, I like you. I want to take you out on a date," and then let the chips fall where they may. Now, the next thing I remember is I was in my room, right, and I've got my laptop open, and again I'm talking to this girl who I've been friends with for months now, and I haven't been honest about my intentions, right? And she liked this other guy who I was like friends-ish with, right? So I was talking to this other guy. I was like, "Yo, this girl who likes you. Do you like her back?" And he was like, "Yeah, I like her back." And then I'm like playing matchmaker with him. And I'm sending her this message like, "Oh, he actually really likes you, and wow, it's gonna be great. You guys really like each other, right?" And this whole time, I remember after the situation played out, me and that girl, we talked again later. And again, I'm sitting in my room, laptop open, we're having that conversation. This is after that point. And at that point, I think I had made clear that I was interested in her, and a similar situation happened where I made it clear, and then she wasn't interested back. But then she did ask me, like, why would I even set her up with another person if I was interested this whole time? And I was like, oh, I just wanted you to be happy, and all this, and all this stuff, right? And the reason I was saying this, and by the way, after that conversation took place, I closed my laptop, I laid in my bed, and again, I just cried, bawled my eyes out, because again, I was hurt, right? Of course, I wanted that to go into more than a friendship, but again, I wasn't honest. So there's no one to blame but myself there, really. And this leads me to the second point. The reason I was just like hiding behind all these facade of stories, like, oh, I just wanted you to be happy. That wasn't really the truth. It's not like I wanted her to not be happy. You know, I'm not a dick. But the main thing, the main reason I never made my intentions clear and set her up with this other person instead was just because I was so scared of the rejection that may come my way. And this leads me to the second point. Stop fearing rejection. Seriously, getting rejected is not a big deal. Part of the issue here is these guys will tell you, "Oh, I never get rejected, bro. You got rejected. That's pathetic, bro. You asked someone out and they said no. You should just go home and cry, bro." Like, no, take that thought, throw out the window. We don't listen to those people. Again, these people will train a thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. Look, rejection, and I wish someone had just sat me down and told me this early. I'm realizing this stuff now, right? Or have realized it in the recent past-ish, right? Which is like rejection is literally a non-negotiable if you want to grow in life. I don't care what it is that you want to grow in, right? But something like boxing, I'm doing fighting now, right? It's like before you get good, you're gonna get your ass kicked, but probably by people younger than you who just have more experience, right? Or you may get your ass kicked by someone even with similar experience, right? And when you take that ass kicking, are you just gonna like go down? Oh, boxing's not for me. I'm not gonna do. Or are you gonna keep pushing, right? And that's gonna happen with everything in life. Everything, anything where you want to improve on in life, you're gonna get knocked down again and again and again. And people that improve are the ones who keep showing up, right? Similar thing with dating. If you're gonna get rejected one time and then just be in like your own huddle and join some sort of echo chamber, right? Especially some of these echo chambers we see with like these red pillish, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to like take shots exactly at the red pill. I don't know what the red pill is even about all that much, but you do see kind of the extreme echo chambers, right? Where it's like, oh, all modern women suck, bro. It's like modern relationships suck. It's all doomed. Like, no, take that thought, throw out the window as well. Again, we don't listen to these people, right? So no, it's not modern relationships are doomed or everything, right? Go out, keep putting yourself out there. There are still great women out there, like this idea. Now I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but this idea that, oh, all men suck or all women suck, such nonsense, right? These blanket statements. There's still good people out there. There's still great people out there, but no doubt that in the path of finding your ideal match, there's going to be rejection. There's going to be a lot of rejections, right? And I understand how painful it can be because this stuff is not completely fair, so to speak, right? You may have a friend who's like extremely good looking, and I've had these instances, guys better looking than me, around me, and you see them and they get girls like that easily, right? Whereas we have to put in more effort towards like self improvement. Maybe you have to get more jacked, get in better shape before, before you're getting rejected a little bit less than you were before. So I understand what that feels like, and I understand how it can sometimes feel like life is unfair and all these things, right? So I do get that. But long story short, again, rejection is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's a part of the process in getting better at this dating thing. And anyway, I can summarize this whole video. I went on a bit of a tangent at the end, but I can summarize this whole core of this video in one sentence. Be honest and don't sweat rejection. If you do these things, I guarantee you're never gonna have to worry about the friend zone again. You are gonna have to be more stronger emotionally, for lack of a better term, because if you go up to a girl and say I want to be friends with you, like 99.9% of them say yeah, sure, right? Like most people, again, outside are nice people. But if you go up to a girl and say, hey, I find you attractive, I want to take you on a date, now you're gonna get more polarizing responses. Again, I don't anticipate someone will tell you, oh, F off or something like this. Like, they're probably going to be nice responses, but they're still going to probably hurt a little bit more, right? Like, oh, actually, no, I'm not interested, whatever it may be, right? But again, if you're honest and you're upfront about your intentions, right, and you don't fear rejection, you put it out there, I can guarantee you're never gonna have to worry about the friend zone again. Now, I just want to end this video off by saying, hey, be kind to yourself throughout this process. This is not an easy process whatsoever. right? I started this self improvement stuff. Literally, the only reason I started it was because I was so deeply, deeply insecure, right? And in my dating life specifically, I had like minimal to no dating results all throughout elementary school, high school, college. Like some of these stories I've told you, this was literally day to day stuff for me, right? Like getting rejected left, right, and center, right? Getting like no results, getting friend zone, getting like on the dating apps. Like I was on every single dating app, and I'm checking. Oh, did I get a match? Did I get a message? But nothing. It's a wasteland, right? Nothing. And this is what motivated me to start getting into self improvement. And I still remember being in that place when I was getting little to no results. My results are better now. Not trying to say like I'm some great player or something, but my results are better now. But I remember being in that place prior with like zero matches, zero results, but putting my intentions out there and getting rejected, right? And it was honestly really really tough and really really devastating. Like I don't think I'd be able to put it into words even if I tried, right? Because I was already insecure. I was already extremely insecure about like my face, physique, every aspect of myself, right? And this definitely didn't help. It added fuel to the fire, right? Made me feel even worse about myself. Made me feel like absolute crap, right? Like my day to day back then was just like feeling like absolute crap about myself morning, day, and night, right? Like I had almost no self esteem back then. So I understand what that's like. I understand how difficult it is to be in that position and still continuing to put yourself out there, right? And even I mean, I guess the most ironic or funniest part about it was that even when I did get some result overall, again, because I was struggling so deeply with these insecurities, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, only a matter of time before this girl, isn't attracted to me anymore. Or why is she even attracted to me in the first place? Like, is she all right? Like, so I'm telling you, man, like my insecurities ran very, very, very deep. I struggled with insecurities, anxieties, all this stuff throughout my dating life, and I've been able to come out the other end, get better results now. I understand what that struggle's like. I understand all the hesitations with not wanting to put yourself out there because of all the pain and stuff that comes with it. But I'm telling you again, I'm not saying I know everything. I'm still young, all that stuff, right? But being honest and being straight up with your intention will serve you a lot better, I feel, right? So again, be kind to yourself throughout this process. Be proud of yourself every single time you put yourself out there, every single time you're honest about your intention, every single time you're willing to take rejection. Because I can guarantee you 99.9% of guys out there, even I don't care how tough, macho, all that they act, they're scared to death of rejection, right? This is a very common thing to feel. So be proud of yourself every time you're able to overcome that. Now I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, and your dating life is improving day by day by day, right? Because now you're okay with rejection. You're just being your true, honest self, and you're getting to spend time with girls you genuinely enjoy spending time with. And again, because you're putting yourself out there, you got a lot better results now, right? I just want you to imagine that most importantly, your confidence and self esteem in yourself is going up day by day by day. Because let me tell you one more thing. As you go through this journey and as you become more and more okay with rejection, that's going to involve a lot of self acceptance as well, right? That's going to involve starting to build your self esteem from the internal rather than the external. Because the external is going to be, okay, I'm getting rejected. And it'll lead you to build your self esteem up internally. Okay, I got rejected. That doesn't mean I'm some terrible person or there's something wrong with me. It just wasn't a good match. That's it, right? That's all it is, right? So you're gonna have that realization, and your self esteem and confidence is gonna improve day by day. So imagine that. If you're in a similar position to the old me, now you're at a point where you're generally feeling much more secure in yourself, and again, your confidence is improving day by day by day. Imagine that, and that's the path you're on. Hey, keep working hard. I believe in you. But what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. So please come join the community. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok in the description, also somewhere here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.